Monkey see, monkey do. You've probably come to recognize that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, right? Now, let me ask you this. What is this phenomena all about? That we tend to be kind of like monkeys and doing what everyone else is doing. If someone else is doing YouTube, we're doing YouTube. If someone else is doing Reels, we're doing Reels. If someone else is, posting X amount of times a day, we're doing that. If someone else is, quitting a relationship because it gets hard, we quit our relationship because it gets hard. If we see that someone goes vegan, we goes vegan. That is what I'm talking about, right? That is the kind of pattern that I'm trying to pinpoint here. That is monkey see, monkey do. But what is that? And what is it rooted in? Well, what I've come to recognize as a coach and light worker for high performers with perfectionism is that this is rooted in perfectionism. It is rooted in pleasing, oftentimes. Pushing, proving, and pleasing. But mostly pleasing when we're talking about this specific pattern. So what tends to happen, right, when you are basically stuck in perfectionism is that you tune out of your body into your surroundings and whomever you surround yourself with, and you begin to prioritize what they're doing over what feels good to you. And so it might be that you look to your romantic relationship, your friendships, your kind of authority figures, whomever you look up to, whomever you're following. You look to those, and then you do what they do. So whatever you see and hear, you begin doing that yourself. Now in the NLP training that I did, because I am, certified in NLP, both practitioner and masters, but that's not the point here. What I learned was that there's this way of learning, which we call modeling and strategy. So we can look at what someone else is doing, and then we can basically copy that, and we can do that ourselves until we learn to do something too, which obviously can be really useful. It can be really useful when you're doing something new to basically look what they're doing and then do it for yourself. But it can become problematic when you lose touch with your values for doing it, your intention for doing it. So ask yourself, what is my intention for making this decision that I am making right now? What are my values that I want to build my life and business upon? Not what are anyone else's values. What are my values? Very few high performers with perfectionism that I've talked with, that I've coached, do actually know their values. So what ends up happening when you do not know your values is you go about your life and business in this way. Imagine a kind of lemon, okay? Okay? Imagine a lemon. You basically then go from the outside, right, with a peel. You go from the outside in instead of from the inside out. So you then ask yourself, or you then create a life and business based on what everyone else is doing instead of what feels good to you. So you might then say, okay, I would like to do what this person is doing because I like the way that they show up, and I like the kinds of strategies that they use in their life and business, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing that they do. Because that seems to work. That seems to pay the bills. That seems to work out, right? And so you do that. There is some sort of flyer out here. So you tune into what others are doing, and you build your business and your life upon that. instead of asking and going straight to the core, beneath all the kind of layers, right, of this lemon, instead of going straight to the core and asking, what are my values? How would I like to create my life and business? How about creating my business around my values instead of the other way around? See what I mean? Oftentimes, it actually can help you have a more sustainable business, have a more sustainable life when you create from your own values rather than from someone else's. Let me give you an example. For me, as a coach and a light worker, I got into this field years back. I began seeing, others who did the same that I was gonna do or wanted to do. And I saw them do one-on-one coaching and group coaching, and that they did clarity calls and all that kind of stuff, okay? And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that too. And so I did, and I think that a life coach or a coach is meant to have, and usually typically have, a journey of getting to know the kinds of people that they serve, which for me was perfectionists, and I did one-on-one coaching for a while. But here's the big but. Most people, most coaches and entrepreneurs, they actually they begin doing what someone else is doing, right? Let's say one-on-one coaching, and then they just do that for their entire life until they realize, oh, I just did what everyone else was doing instead of what I wanted to do. And it doesn't even, take into account that my value is freedom, time freedom, and I don't have any time freedom when I have all these calls back to back. And so they're just on this hamster wheel, running, just doing the same thing all over again. And it all began with the mentality of monkey see, monkey do. And of being in a community where everyone else was doing that, and then they began doing that too. See what I mean? So I was kind of there, but I realized at some point, okay, I recognize now I have become aware of the patterns of perfectionists, those that I work with. Now I see the patterns. I can actually evolve, and I can actually create a program that actually then takes these high performers through this program to help them create a life and business freedom from perfectionism with the power of the subconscious mind. Yeah? And so I decided to cut off the one-on-one coaching to go fully into creation mode of creating this program. I spent 2.5 years, 3 years creating this program authentically. Creating it because I felt called to do so. Because I wanted to have this program to be able to offer and be able to help as many as possible that would want to commit themselves to like a full-on year journey to shifting their freaking identity and going from being a perfectionist to a bloomer, right? To a bloomer that really truly taps into the light and shines it beyond all the layers of perfectionism. So that's what I did. I evolved to this point where I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to have this program and I want to offer this in this way so that I also get some time freedom back. So I don't have to sit in all these clarity calls. So I don't have to show up on all these calls as well during the actual coaching. Instead, I have a group, I have a container, a space where people can come in there and then decide based upon their experience of getting some free coaching and free kind of guidance, around perfectionism and the subconscious mind. And then from there, they can choose if they want to explore the paid programs. So I've just cut out the clarity calls, I've cut out the funnels, this and that, the kind of way that most people are doing it. Because I got connected with my values, what I wanted. And for me, it was freedom to be wherever I want, with whomever I want, whenever I want. And this business model for me works way better than the previous one because it is more in alignment with what is true to me. So this is just an example of how you can start to think for yourself too. Ask yourself, in what way do I embody this monkey see, monkey do mentality? What kind of choices do I make that shows that? And how might I return back to center, back to my core values, and explore what those are and start to build from there? See? So I just wanted to explore that today, explore that, what this is all about, and how you can begin to actually return to your core values and create your life and business from that place rather than looking towards others and tuning into others' energies and what others are going through and growing through, and beginning to act for yourself. What is authentic and true to you? If you'd like to explore this further, definitely feel free to apply to the Bloom Beyond Tribe. Go to bloombeyond.com/apply to apply, and then we might see you on the other side. We'll go through the application that you sent through and see if we're a good fit and everything. And it's a 256 members limit, so make sure to apply. We have monthly cohorts, okay? So this is the way that we run our business here and the way that we support perfectionists or high performers with perfectionism, right? To be able to fully step into the bright, brave, and balanced version of yourself beyond this tendency to, be like a monkey and do what everyone else is doing. I believe that you have an internal compass within yourself. Intuitively, you know what the next step is. You know how to create. You know what is true for you. And all that I do is return you back to that place, or invite you to return to that place. Be the activator for you to really just discover your own answers. Okay, so go to bloombeyond.com/apply to apply, and definitely give this channel a subscription. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to follow up and get some more seeds of wisdom regarding perfectionism, the subconscious mind, as well as life and business and freedom and everything. Sending you so much light and love, and I will see you in the next video.